Today we're starting chapter, I'm going to finish up a little bit from chapter 1 that I left dangling, and then we're going to charge into chapter 2 and get learning how the whole system works. What we're going to get started with on chapter 2, or chapter 1, is we're going to do a final review of what the Java API is. The Java API is what basically gives us the how-tos. It's the documentation of how Java works. If you go to java.sun.com, you can, down on the right-hand side underneath resources, you'll see APIs. And if you click on that, it will go to the API. You can go to the standard edition. As I said before, it's java.sun.com. Click on the API underneath the references. And there's our standard. I'll go all the way back to the beginning so everybody sees. There's the home page for java.sun.com. Under resources, click APIs. And then I'm going to click Java 2 Standard Edition 1.5. Now, everything that's created in Java has this information. Any class that is created has an API. And it is how do you use Java. Here's all the information. Here's all the classes. Here's our overview of it. This is everything. If you want to do some Windows type operations in Java, you're going to go down here to Java X Swing, which is way down here. There it is. And there's all the information for Java X Swing, whether or not you want to, for whatever portion of it you want to do. If you want to add a button, let's find the button. There, default button model. And it has all the events in the fields information associated with it. Now, this doesn't make a lot of sense right now because you haven't learned very much about Java. But in about 4 or 5 weeks, the Java APIs are going to become your best friend because you're going to be able to look things up and understand how to use the different commands. Eclipse does an okay with its IntelliSense and helping you work everything out, but the APIs make your life much, much friendlier. This is how a lot of people go ahead and go above and beyond what we're going to cover in this class. Last spring, during the Java 2 class, had a group of people that created a very great GUI environment, graphical user interface, that had tons of graphic and animations and modeling in it that were in this program. So you can learn how to do a lot of things with the API. If you download some extra API information, then you'll want to make sure you download that API as well. For example, the 3D, Java 3D, which allows you to do 3D graphics rendering and create a game type environment. You want to make sure you download that API as well because it has all the instructions. It's not part of the default Java API. It's an add-on. This is all done in basic HTML web pages so that you can learn your way around and move around very easily within it. You can set a rollover for the button that I just went to, the button model. Tons and tons of materials on here. It's 44 meg. Download it or use it through the web, but do get used to using the Java API. It is your pal. It is your friend. If you need to find something, there's a nice index in there. And let's say you wanted to do something with the system out. Well, you can click on S. And, of course, it's system, so it's going to be all the way at the bottom. Still loading. Even with a fast internet connection, you might still want to go ahead and download the API. It is 44 megs, so. My gosh, it's still loading. There's our system information. There's system. There's the class system, all the field information. You can go down here and all the set. There's out for doing a print stream out. And it's how it all works. So this is real good stuff. Tons and tons of information available in here. You could spend a whole semester just learning about it and not getting programming done. So we're not going to do that. We're going to focus on the programming side rather than using the API. But I will, on a regular basis, refer you to the API, because no book can contain how many web pages are created for this. I mean, just this class system is probably, if I were to print it, 15, 20 pages in length. And that's just information on the system out and using the class system in the whole program. So tons of information on there. Jump on there on a regular basis. Do research. Find out about the different commands and what you want to try and do. There's tons of stuff on, well, a lot of people are, a couple of years ago I had a student that created a Java-based program that played his songs that were MP3. He made his own Java-based MP3 player and did it as a class assignment. He found it so easy he had time left over to go ahead and augment it so it also played video. Because with the APIs, it was very easy to accomplish that. It was a matter of, he found a command that he could import into his Java that all he had to do was give it the file location and say play. Well, gee, I've accomplished that. What shall I do now? But he had to research. He spent 2 days researching it, 1 day programming it, and had the project finished. Odds are, if you've got an idea of something that you want to accomplish, a program you want to write, especially not a game type program, but a graphics or business or something that helps people in the home or something like that, odds are somebody's done something similar to it that you can utilize their resources to accomplish what you're trying to do. Java has a huge support community, one of the largest in the world. So take advantage of that, utilize the Java API, and be able to accomplish what you want to do. Okay? Any questions about the API?